Hello student. In last lecture we have discussed about the components of protection system. Okay. So first one is a two transducer CTBT. Then we have a relay. Then we have a circuit breaker. And last one is a battery. And this battery is used for energize the relay coil and circuit breaker coils continuously. Okay. Backup capacity up to 10 to 20 hours. Okay. So these are the components for the protection system. Okay, so now how relays work, what is the working of the basic tripping circuit. Okay, so when fault occurs at the point F. Okay, so you can see the here, this is the our faulting point. Okay, so if any kind of fault occur here, then what happened? Increase the equipment current. Okay, so if a fault is occur, then current from the bus bar will start increasing. Okay, so it increase the CT primary current. So here is the CT primary. Okay, so if CT primary current is increased, okay, so this is the CT primary side. Okay, so if CT primary current will increase, then it will increase the CT secondary current. Okay, and due to increment in a CT secondary current, it will increase the relay coil current. Okay, so here you can see that this is the relay. So if CT current gets increased, then it will definitely increase the relay current. Okay, and due to this increment of current, it actuates the relay plunger. Okay, so this is the plunger. So due to increment in current, relay plunger will actuates, and it closes the trip circuit contacts. So this contact will gets closed. Okay, so this contact will gets closed. Okay, and due to this closing, this circuit will complete. Okay, so here you can see that our circuit breaker circuit is not complete if plunger is open, but when plunger is closed, this circuit will complete and energize the trip coil of circuit breaker. So this trip coil will energize by using the battery, and due to this energization, our circuit breaker will trip. Okay, opens the circuit breaker contact. Normally circuit breaker is in closed position, but when this circuit is energized, our circuit breaker contacts will gets open. Okay, and it isolates the faulty section of the power system. Okay, so this is the procedure. Okay, now auxiliary relay connected in a parallel with main relay contact. Okay, so where auxiliary relay is connected, auxiliary relay is connected in parallel with main relay, relieves the main relay contacts, protect main relay contacts from a large current conduction, and widely used auxiliary relay, seal in relay. Okay, so auxiliary relay works when main relay is failed to open the circuit breaker contact. Okay, auxiliary switch connected in a series with trip coil of circuit breaker. So this is the auxiliary switch, on when circuit breaker is on and off when circuit breaker is off. Okay, helps to avoid the unnecessary battery discharge, and breaking of trip circuit takes place at a auxiliary switch, avoids the arcing at the relay contacts. Okay, multi-contact auxiliary switch is used for alarm, indication, and interlock, etc. Okay, so this is the circuit for the normal components of the power system. This is the generator. First one is a generator. Okay, here our generator. Then we have a transformer, step up transformer. Okay, then we have a circuit breaker, which is an incoming circuit breaker. So if any fault at the transformer or at the generator side, then this circuit breaker will gets open, and our faulty part will get isolated from the main system. Okay, then we have a bus bar, and each bus bar contain the circuit breakers. Then we have a transmission line, then again we have a circuit breaker. So if any fault is occur in this side, okay, in this side, then this circuit breaker will gets open. Okay, and healthy part will be remain in the power system. Okay, so again this is a bus bar, 132 kV bus bar. Then we have a transformer, then we have again circuit breaker. So in short, circuit breaker is connected after the equipment, after the transformer and before the transformer, and after the bus bar and before the bus bar. Okay, so you can see here all the circuit breakers are connected. So our power system is contains so many circuit breaker, and each circuit breaker is designed such that it gets open in a such a manner that healthy parties remain in the system, and only faulty part of the system is isolated from the main system. Okay. Now, what is the zone of protection? Okay, so this is the normal one circuit breaker system in which we have a generator protection. Generator is connected with the circuit breaker, then we have another circuit breaker, and then after we have a transformer. So at the both side of transformer we have a circuit breaker, then we have a bus bar. So for bus bar protection we have again we have a circuit breakers. Okay, and then we have a transmission line protection. So all the zones are distributed in a different protection. Okay, so for the generator, there are a generator protection system, then we have a transformer protection system, then we have a bus bar protection system, and then we have a transmission line protection system. Okay, so all why these all protection system are different? Because the current, fault current associated with each device is different. Okay, so if generator is get faulty, then at that time current will be different from the when the transformer get full. Okay, so transformer have also have a inrush current, or you, in previous lecture we discussed that the transformer have a inrush current. Okay, so in that condition we have a, we observe the different value of current. Okay, so currents are different from device, current varies from device to device, as well as the point at what point fault is occurred. Okay, so each device have its own protection system, so all the zones are divided in a different protection system. Okay, so the these are all are the zones of protection. Okay, so you can see here all the zones are have a CT and PT. Okay, and then we have a relay. Okay, so this see, you can see the here, here we have a generator system. So any generator or any equipment is protected with a device protection system, or you can say that unit protection system. Okay, and in a unit protection system we have a differential type of protection. Okay, so in a differential protection what we do that if we want to protect the transform so generators, then we what we do, we we add the city here. Okay, and another city is here. Okay, so what we observe, if any current, if any current is changed, okay, between incoming and outgoing portion, then it indicates that there is something wrong in the generator. Okay, and at that time our relay will gets open, and this relay is type of differential type of relay. Okay, so all the units are protected by using the differential protection. Okay, then type of protection, as I already mentioned that unit protection system. So how unit protection system is work, operates for its own zone. Okay, individual relay setting is done. Okay, used for generator, transformer, and motor protection. Okay, and non-unit protection system are operates for a range of zone. Okay, this is operates for its own zone. Okay, so its zone in, okay, this is the zone of protection. Okay, but in non-unit protection, zone of protection is operates for a range of zone. Okay, achieved by using the grading of relay setting. Okay, and this achieved by individual relay setting is done. Okay, used for transmission line protection and it is used for generator, transformer and motor protection system. Okay, so mostly non-unit protection system is used for a transmission line. Okay, then two sets of relays, first one is a primary and backup, are usually provided for each zone of protection. Okay, primary protection is the first line of defense. Okay, when fault occurs in a specific zone, primary relays of the zone are operated to isolate the faulty element. Primary relays has a small zone of operation but operates instantaneously. Okay, and what is a backup protection? Backup protection is a second line of defense when relay or a current transformer or a potential transformer or a circuit breakers of the primary protection fails to operate due to some reason. Backup protection is operated to clear the faults. Okay, so we have a primary as well as backup protection, so that if any due to any malfunction, if primary protection is unable to open the faulty part, then at that time our backup protection will uh, put in the action. Okay, and it will clear the faults. Okay, backup relay has a large zone of operation and operates with a particular time delay just to give the primary relay sufficient time to operate. Okay, when a backup relay operates, a large part of power system is disconnected from the power source. Okay, as far as possible, a backup relay are placed at different station. Okay, now what type of methods of protection? Okay, so there are a relay backup. Okay, what type of methods? So first one is a relay backup. Okay, so local backup protection scheme are provided. An additional set of relays, current transformer, potential transformer are provided that trips the same circuit breaker. Okay, so methods how we can provide the backup. Okay, so first is a relay backup. Okay, there are two main critical component in the protection. One is a relay and another one is a breaker. Okay, so a relay is also backed up and breaker is also backed up. Okay, so whenever primary relay is failed to open, then additional duplicate set of relays start acting, and it will trips the same circuit breaker. Okay, very costly, hence recommended for very costly and important equipment. Okay, so whenever we have a such a critical equipment which necessary to remain in a healthy portion or remain healthy part, so at that time we use the relay backup only, because it is a very costly, because every relay system should have a duplicate system, duplicate in the sense additional set of relays. Okay, so it will increase the cost of system. Okay, so another one is a breaker backup, local backup protection scheme used for a bus bar where a number of circuit breakers are connected to it. When a protective relay operates but feeder breaker fails to trip, a fault becomes bus bar fault. Okay, in this condition, all other circuit breaker of that bus bar needs to trip. Okay, so hence a time delay relay is operated by main relay connected to all other circuit breaker. Okay, then we have a remote backup. Okay, so relays located at next station provides the backup to entire primary protection of the existing system when it fails to operate. Okay, so relays located at next station. Okay, so next station will also become a remote type of backup. So if the previous station fails to operate, then its next station will take a charge, and it will open the contacts, and uh, it will make open the circuit breaker, so that we have a healthy system. Okay, so most desirable as it does not fail due to the reasons affecting the failure of primary protection. Okay, so cheapest and simplest backup protection, widely used backup protection for transmission lines. Okay, so these are some methods to provide the backup protection. Okay, so up to now this is it for today, and in next lecture we discuss further. And if you have any type of query related to lecture or related to content, then you can comment it down in a comment box. works. Thank you.